From desert sand to Midwest forests, I've always chased the next trail. Finding legal backcountry routes, that used to be the hard part. So how do I actually find these hidden gems? I get asked all the time how I find these backcountry routes without accidentally ending up on private property or a gated road. And honestly, it wasn't always this easy. It was time consuming, and half the time I still wasn't even sure if what I was doing was right. And when you're hours from pavement or without cell service, guessing isn't an option. And that's where onX Offroad changed the game for me. The private property layer alone is a game changer. With that toggled on, I can clearly see if I'm crossing into private boundaries or if I'm staying on public accessible lands. Using the onX Offroad platform, you can easily see trail ratings, conditions, and even recent user updates. This means less guessing and more driving. And since most of the places I go have zero cell service, having access to offline maps is critical. Another great feature of onX Offroad is the ability to plan using waypoints or being able to drop waypoints live as you're actively mapping a trail. These can be used for campsites, river crossings, scenic overlooks, all done in one place. Now that you know a little bit about the onX Offroad platform, let's use it to plan a trip. So we'll pull up onX here. Let's see. We're down here in the Mark Twain National Forest. We're gonna go ahead and zoom in, find us a spot where we wanna explore a little bit. You can see here we got this Brazil Road. It's a trail that's already been mapped and rated. So we can scroll down here and get some rating information on it. It's a 1 out of 10, it's about 6 miles. Who tracked it, a little description of the trail. Difficulty rating. You can see the trail reports up here. I'm currently offline, so I can't read those. We can see nearby trails we're online that would be showing as well. Weather would also be showing if I were online. Brazil Road has already been mapped, so that's solid. It's a 1 out of 10. Maybe we can go check that out. We can see these spurs here that have not been mapped. These are just like a brown bronze color. These are unmapped spurs on this trail. So maybe we're gonna go check out this Brazil trail. We'll start right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a waypoint. And we'll call this our start. We can go ahead and come down here, find an appropriate icon. And maybe the appropriate icon is start. We'll just go ahead and save that. So now we're gonna start on this trail. I wanna check out, this one is a dead end, so we're gonna check out this trail. So what we'll go ahead and do, check out this trail, and we'll just call this one Explore Spur. And that'll be something for us to check out in the future. Now I can also see, like coming on here, we'll go into our layers. We can turn on our dispersed camping because we're gonna wanna camp down here as well. We gotta find us a place where we can sleep. So let's go ahead and turn on the dispersed camping layer. And you can see now we got this nice gold that showed up on those spurs. What that means is we can camp anywhere along these spurs. Go ahead and tap into it. And it just clearly informs you dispersed camping is allowed on both sides of the road. So we have all kinds of spurs down here that we can camp on. The one that we're gonna explore, we can camp on. Any of the others in the area, we can also camp on. Let's camp down here. Before we even start the Brazil Road, we'll make this our campsite. We'll go ahead and plan for this to be where we stay. And we can go ahead and change this to a camp icon. Now we have our camp destination, a trail that has been mapped as a starting point for exploration, and then we got a few spurs there that we can check out. So we'll go through here. You can see that we're crossing in and out of the Mark Twain National Forest through these portions of private land. This looks like a fun little trail here too. We'll check this one out. So we'll go ahead and do this. Explore spur. All right. Now we have a nice little trip planned here. Now that we are all planned and we got everything in onX, we can make a folder if we wanted to make this all nice and organized. So we'll create a new folder and we'll call this Mark Twain National Forest Trip. We've now added that spur to that folder. Go ahead and add this spur to that folder. We want to make sure we add our starting point and our campsite as well. Now, all of those are in this folder. We can access that by going to My Content. We got our folders right here. We can only see these if we want. And that is our trip, all in one folder. Now let's say we finish that trip and we're done. We don't want to see it on our map anymore. We can go ahead and just hide it. And now it's all off of our map. Quickly click this button and now it's back. All right, and with that done, our trip is planned. We just got to fill up the Jeep and hit the road. Highly encourage you to check out onX Offroad. Whether you're an off-roader or you're just out there exploring the forest, it's a great tool to have as far as camping. If you're more in the hiking, you can get onX Backcountry, has more hiking trails for you. But if you're looking to check out onX Offroad, go ahead and use code TRAILGUIDE30 to get an additional 30% off of your subscription. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Can't wait to see you out there on the trails and see what adventures you get into. I'll see you in the next one.